Ghost Hunters, a cracking game by the Oliver twins, published when they were just 17 years old and still going to school. It was their second game, following the first commercially successful release, Super Robin Hood. The storyline for the game starts something like this. 3 days ago, Professor Twilight, who owns Nightmare Mansion, offered your twin brother a substantial reward to rid the house of ghosts, ghouls, and various other creepy things that inhabit the place. This shouldn't be a problem, because according to the cassette inlay, his character's name is Chuck Studbuckle, and with a name like that, surely he can't fail. Well, that was 3 days ago, and nothing has been heard since. It's now up to even cooler and harder sounding Hunk Studbuckle to go into the mansion and rescue his brother. Why would a Rambo type guy go after ghosts anyway? What, were the reserve Ghostbusters not available?
We're ready to believe you!
Vampires, hands, skulls and slime materialise to thwart you as you progress. When close, these cause the Terrorometer reading on the left side of the screen to increase, and your Macho Energy at the bottom of the screen to fall. Now, I'm sure you've been looking at that Macho Energy bar wondering whether filling the bar would mutate Hunk into a superpowered, muscle-bound form, or possibly turn him into Macho Man Randy Savage.
Oh yeah!
But I must sadly inform you that it's just a life bar. These creatures can be avoided, but only with difficulty and a great drain on your Macho Energy. But this can be replenished by drinking the frothing green beakers of magic potion which are found about the house. Your only weapon is a subcompact antimatter phantom splatterer, one shot from which temporarily returns demons to their astral plane. Some creatures are indestructible, but those which are destroyed earn more valuable points. Uniquely, to attack the enemy, you need to temporarily use the targeting crosshairs to shoot ghosts and demons, causing you to stand still. This results in you being required to kill the baddies quickly, then get out of the way before more would appear. Because demons hurt you by just being on screen, you don't have the luxury of ignoring them, but the crosshair is a little slow to move and has a lot of inertia, so getting it in the right place can be tedious. This is especially problematic because the crosshair doesn't reset to a central position, but instead remains in the last place you fired it. If a demon appears at the opposite corner of the screen than your previous target, then by the time you manage to drag the crosshair all the way across the screen, you'll have lost a huge chunk of your Macho Energy, equivalent to ordering a penis pump online or being caught watching the Princess Diaries.
Stop! Eyes, lovely.
The main crux of Ghost Hunters gameplay is that first you need to find an item, and then search the mansion to find the now moving piece of scenery that will allow you to access a previously unreachable area, an area which will contain another item, and so on. Ghost Hunters could be an incredibly difficult game in places, which involved navigating around poorly constructed rooms while switching between your jumping character and a crosshair to shoot the ghosts. Not only was it extremely unrewarding, but your energy or Terrorometer was continually depleted by random events, making the game amazingly frustrating. Everything that wants you dead can kill you by just standing around, and your Macho Energy drains. The atmospheric graphics hold together quite well, and the characters were decently animated for an initial budget release. Roaming the haunted house becomes absorbing once the control system has been mastered. However, the appeal may be short-lived, as Ghost Hunters isn't that big of a game, not when you compare it to the size of, say, Starquake. And once you've eventually gained the multitasking skills to balance between crosshair and control, it becomes pretty straightforward. I can look back on a game that, even though completely frustrated me, I still enjoyed, but only because I really wanted to enjoy it, thanks to the interesting premise and the haunted house setting. A great game in concept, but one which is something lacking in execution, although it's far from a total disaster. The high difficulty level and slow movements will probably put off those of you more comfortable with modern games, but neat little touches and good design abound. Thanks for watching, guys. If you do decide to try Ghost Hunters, I hope you enjoy the game. And if you don't enjoy the game, then as long as you hit the like button and let me know in the comments, then at least we can all know about your experiences, and it's a good way to give some feedback. Also, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, as there's a load more games that the Commodore 64 has to offer. And here's another one coming up next. Hope to see you there. And until then, bye for now.